Welcome to Tales from the Flipside, bringing you another episode of Deal or Flipside. We have a special guest with us today, Dan, and then we'll do our introductions in a second after our short clip video. All right, happy Wednesday. Hopefully everyone got to, pick up their new comic books and everything. But let's go ahead and introduce our guest with us today, Dan from Fresh Take Culture and Comics. How's it going?
It's going well. Thanks for having me. Should I tell you a little bit about the channel?
Yeah. Let us know. Yeah,
right on. Yeah, no, thanks for having me. I've been a fan of the show. So, Fresh Take Culture and Comics. We just dropped our trailer on our YouTube channel. Regular shows are going to be coming up here in February. Live shows, pre-recorded shows, interviewing comic creators, showrunners, a lot of really fascinating guests coming up, talking comics, and then really everything about comic book culture. So hitting the media landscape, spin-off projects, connecting things, and both having like fun and silly and good time stuff, and then also taking some deeper talks about what kind of themes are we seeing repeated in art right now and in the comic book space, and why do we think those themes may be coming up? So going both light and deep. So we just launched out. We've had a really great response to the trailer, and gonna have some giveaways coming up soon with our subscriber growth. So check us out.
Cool. All right, how's it going, Red Hood? How have you been?
Good. How's it going, guys?
It's going.
All right.
Pressing any cool books?
That's all I've been doing is pressing books, man. I got people just fucking sending me books without even asking, man. And
I got a stack for you,
bro. I'm sending them right back, bro.
So, you don't let them people take advantage of you.
No. Well, I mean, they pay. Okay. I like having money just sitting there because they're going to pay. It's not like I'm pressing for free, because I'll tear their books up if they don't pay. You know what I mean? Like, I got it's how you want that book to go down. I could drop it. I could tear it. I can burn it. Like, I can go IG live and let you see it. Like, you better pay me. I'm just saying. Well, you know who you are.
You should charge them a non-order fee or something like that, or a processing fee for not clearing it with you or something like that. That way people don't overload you with books by just sending them to you.
No, I mean I've sent them back. I've sent some people book bags, and then they start crying, and I said, well, look, you got to ask me, because I said I'm at least 2 weeks behind, and my good friend Josh Grav, he's on the show Keep It Thorough over there, and he had to come out with a video and say, do not send me any books. Don't send me any books. I'm not pressing anymore. I'm shutting it down. So but I'm not to that point yet. It was just a couple of.
Was it the Ringo Starr video? As of October, I will not sign anything with peace and love.
No. It was just a couple of jokers. It was just a couple of jokers. Everybody else, I love my customers, man. So it's all good.
All right, with peace and love.
Yeah. All right, and then we have Carter, freshly new on Instagram, fitting in like a glove, right over there, putting out some great content on there. I always get jealous of every time I see what you've picked up over the years and stuff like that. And
man, hey, I'm Instagram thoughting it up. I'm pressing books too. As you can see, there's my jug of water right there.
What's that for?
Humidity.
It's my thing. A jug of what is it? Distilled water.
All right, and it looks like we have one more contestant joining us. What's up, Sleepy? It's been a long time.
No shit.
Yeah. How's everybody been?
Pretty good. I feel like I haven't seen you since Baltimore, man.
Yeah.
It has been.
Yeah.
It's okay though. Mercenot's been keeping me in check at the local conventions.
Okay.
That is not Sleepy John. That is Yanni Gugulak. Don't you dare get it twisted.
No, see, I always call him Yanni. You just gotta respell it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it combines both his names together. All right. Anyways, so I have, slightly different comparisons for today. I mean, it's still going to be comics, but there's going to be no CGC books on the comparison list today. So,
baby, let's go. I like it raw. Okay. All right.
Still graded books. So it's going to be PGX and CBCS books.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah,
we are slumming it. We're slumming it today. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see how good you're
Okay.
The price differentials, right? Like, is it worth recracking? Is it worth keeping in this lab? That kind of stuff. So, but if you haven't seen the show before, I will put up 2 books for comparisons. And then I will choose 2 panelists to discuss why they chose that book. And then we'll have the floor open for discussion afterwards for anyone to add on anything. And then, yep. So let's go ahead and get started. Most of the panelists have signs or something to write down, deal or Flipside on. Just so if you don't know, the Modern Playbook symbol is the deal. And the Flipside logo is Flipside. So, yep. Alrighty. Oh, and then we have Jonathan watching. Sleepy's alive. Hashtag trash can beers.
All right, there we go, Baltimore.
Yeah. All right. What do we have first? How about a Batman 251 PGX 4.5 that's sold for $236.19 versus a Tales to Astonish 93.65 PGX that sold for $242.50. I'll give the panel a second to decide which book they would pick, and then I'll set up the poll. All right. Hold up your signs in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, let's go with Sleepy and Red Hood.
Go. Mute. Usually fumbling around. Go ahead, Hood. Let me play off of you.
What's that? You want to play with me? What?
Exactly. That's why I came on.
Yeah, you said came.
Oh my God.
Okay, so I don't know what the back of these books look like. It's probably a big magic marker, on the back of it, all scribbled in the back of these. I cracked open a PGX case last week. It was a fucking joke. This company's a joke. It's true, dude. Like that 4.5 is probably a 2.5. That 6.5 is probably a 4.5. So I'll go with a Hulk Submariner in a 4.5. I mean, yeah. That's my new. It's a 4.5. So just take it down 2 points a piece on PGX. It's true. It's true, man. You crack open any of those slabs, there's issues, man. There's pages that are torn. The pages are like black to off brown. It's like, dude, that company is a joke. I opened up one of the slabs with my pinky, dude, on the air. I opened it up with my pinky.
Have you ever cracked one and
you have a really strong pinky?
Nah, man. Just so I poked at it and I go, oh shit, this is open. You can see it on IG, and I go, oh my God. And it wasn't sonically sealed. So the other companies have it's called a sonic seal, where they fusion two of the plastic outer cases, right, to protect the inner well. And so evidently they don't use heat. They just clip it. And you can buy those cases from BCW for $9.99. I'm just playing.
I thought the Sonic seal was when Jim Carrey just yelled at it. They paid him a lot. He would just yell this crazy stuff at it. Now, have you ever opened one where like a puff of cat urine smell came out of it or anything like that? Yeah.
Smoke. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, back to the books. I can appreciate the Hulk Silver Surfer cover. That's why it's hot. But I don't think you're going to beat the all-time classic Batman cover over that. There's a lot better Hulk and Surfer covers out there. I mean, that one, let's be honest. If you were to see that on the shelf today as a new book, you would say, is there any variance to this one? Because this cover ain't doing it for me. Now, that Neil Adams, that'll be up there forever. Everybody's homaging that one. So I got to stay with that, even if it's a 2.5, according to Red Hood's grading scale.
It's not my grading scale. Like,
just reality, huh?
Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, like, they got to stay in business somehow. So they accept low grade books and give everybody a solid, you know what I mean? Like, if you've got a low grade book that's like a 1.0, like, send it into PGX, they'll give you a 2. They might even give you a 3 because you're giving them business, bro. So all you're doing is paying for a higher number. That's all you're doing, man. But like don't buy PGX, folks. Don't buy PGX.
Well, yeah, I definitely saw that Instagram live that you did with the Hulk 181s that you cracked, like one with CGC. I think I joined by the time you were analyzing the PGX 2.0, right?
Bro, that book was a negative 0.05.
Yeah, I was surprised it still had the stamp in it, to be completely honest. Dude. But I mean, all that mold on the pages, I'm surprised. What was their color on the pages? I forgot.
Dude, so ink, printer ink splash across the whole fucking book, man, and on the back. So
yeah, I mean, because it looked like there was also like mold, I guess, in it or something. Or was that the ink?
No, that was ink, but there was mold around the spine. So, like, I've got to. I'll probably do an IG live, like where I'm at on these books. But man, Leverage Comics, I love you, man. But you gave me a project, bro.
All right, Dan or Mercenot, do you care to add anything to this discussion?
With all that being said, I actually don't mind the label on the new PGX book. It looks half attractive. You know what I'm saying?
It looks more professional than what it used to.
Yes. And with that being said, I'm always gonna go with Batman 251. I don't know what the hell it is about Tales to Astonish 93. Like, the cover just doesn't do it for me. I'm just like, if I saw that in a long box somewhere, I just pass right by it. I would I'd go like this. I wouldn't even stop. If it was the Batman 251, it could have shit on it. I'd be like, look, I'll take a look at it, and if the price is right, I'm like, okay. I will stop dead in my tracks for the Batman 251. I will keep going when it's the Tales 93.
Cool.
Yeah, the only thing I'd add is actually the statement that Red Hood made. Who knows what the back of them look like? They could be a total mess inside, et cetera, et cetera. Absolutely. So give me that iconic cover. I can show it off. You know what I mean? I can display it. Who knows what kind of mess these books are inside? But that you're talking about, one of the all-time great covers. So.
All right, and let's see what the audience thinks. So 57% chose the Batman 251, and then 42% chose the Tales to Astonish with.
You know, PGX has a hologram, like on the slab. Like, I don't know what that hologram is for, bro. Like, is that like supposed to be some like security? And their mantra is what? Consistency, accuracy, like PGX worldwide. What is this? Do you have a label, Aaron?
No, I already tossed it out.
Yeah.
So because it was like like you said, the this is a PGX slab case, and it was super easy to open. Like it was scary how easy it was to open. Like it
Yeah.
was just like done, and it's out. And I was like, are slabs supposed to crack open that easy? I was like, I didn't even have to use tools. Like I literally just used my hands.
If this company had, if it wanted to just, say, okay, we're a different company now, and we're going to start from scratch. One thing I would do is take hologram stickers and put one on the top and one on the bottom, tamper proof, and that way for sure that the book hasn't been pulled out and switched out and everything. That's the biggest problem with PGX. Is like the trust,
like they do with cards.
Yeah,
absolutely.
CBCS actually started doing that because people were starting to do that where they were swapping out books because, and then so if you look like on the top corner, there's like a weird hologram sticker, but as soon as you crack that part open, it tears the label or tears that hologram part. So I mean, they must have took a play out of Beckett from that. I mean, because same company now at this point. But speaking of CBCS, how about some CBCS comparisons? So we have a Secret Wars number 8 CBCS 9.6 that sold for $309 versus a Nova 1 CBCS 9.2 that sold for $298.
I need time to think.
You need a second to think?
Yeah.
All right.
First appearance of Dick Ryder.
Dennis, I made this show just for you, right?
I got my mind made up. Come on.
All right.
Get into.
All right. Hold up your signs in 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's go with Dan and Mercenot.
Okay.
Start. Good.
Yeah, please. Guess first.
I would just it's a couple things. One is I own a bunch of those 8s, and I know how easy it is to get my hands on them. And I just think that if we're talking about like a long-term steady, owning that Secret Wars 8 is an appeal. But Nova's got a real pop in him still, right? We're going to get that pretty significant, rocket up. And I think the ability when you get a bunch of new eyes and more casual fans that dive in as you introduce a new character, first issue, front and center, on the cover, the ability to move that book in a quick way is going to be a lot easier. So it just comes down to that economics for me.
Okay. I'm not quite sure. Well, actually, I do know why. Is because I'm positive I've got a raw copy of Nova number 1 in the 9.2 somewhere. There's they're kicking around in the long boxes somewhere, and I don't know why. I'm not quite. I'm not feeling it as far as the what am I looking for as far as the MCU introduction, and I'm just not feeling
the
it
anticipation.
yet. Yes, exactly. That's the term I'm looking for. I'm not feeling the anticipation yet when it comes to Nova. So I'm kind of now. I'm not selling any of the books yet, but I'm just not there. I'm not there. They haven't hit my G spot yet. But as far as
Red Hood got that strong pinky.
Oh, as far as this, when it comes to Secret Wars 8, it has found my G spot. I like it. I like the cover. I like the 9.6. I even like the CBCS. I like that little shield in the corner in the upper right hand corner. I dig it. That's an awful explanation. I'm sorry.
We're gonna get canceled now at this point.
What a show I stumbled into.
Yeah. You're like, Dan's like, this isn't the typical dealer Flipside I've seen
I've
before.
watched a show before. Wait a second.
But yeah, I mean, I have a couple of Secret Wars now at this point. I remember when, we heard all these rumors about Nova, that book like taking off like super high. This seems like a super low price for it, even like at a 9.2, because I remember raw copies were going for quite a bit when everything was still like unknown about who Nova's going to be. And I even had a friend that bought a raw copy that he said that looked decently pretty good, and then he sent it into a third-party grader to submit to CGC and all that, and it took him like almost 2 years to get back to him, and then his copy came back to be like a 8.5 or something like that, because there was all this confusion around it where the person that he submitted to thought they wanted a signature on it, blah blah blah, all this. It sounded like his books got swapped out, and then they like waited for the book to dip and then like sent him back like whatever, something close to what was his grade, right? It sounded like a bunch of fuckery afoot, basically. And then so honestly, like the only reason why I picked it was like, I probably like send it out to him, like just to be like, hey, here you go. Like, I know you had a rough mix with this book. Like, this is the grade that you probably deserved for the the raw copy you showed. So yeah. But that's just me. But anyways, anyone care to add anything else to this?
9.6 sold. Secret Wars 8 sold. Spidey.
Yeah. I mean,
Next.
And then I'm happy with my 9.6, of course. So
Fake 9.6.
Fake 9.6. Yeah, I made the case myself and everything.
It's got that looks like that PGX case that you said.
I've got a couple 9.8s of that somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm notoriously known for selling bootleg good idea comics on Whatnot now. So
I didn't know that was a thing.
I put up Red Hood's clear.
You got that bad idea clear?
Yeah, no, I made bootleg ones.
Oh.
And I started putting them on Whatnot for sale.
I hope you didn't copy Mel's. Mel had a good one.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So I called mine a good idea of bootlegs, and it's half the cost.
Dude, I cracked one of those, and now I can't find the book, dude. So I'm fucked.
You're trying to press it. You try to up that 0.5.
Dude, I can't find it.
All right. So, anyways, who doesn't miss some good old Mephisto Silver Surfer number 3 at a 4.0 that sold for $443.69 versus a GI Joe 21 with CBCS 9.6 that sold for $473. All right. Hold up your signs in 3, 2, 1. 2, 1. Ooh, unanimous. Alrighty.
Really? Get out of here. I'll be damned.
I'll go ahead and make a poll. Anyone care to play Devil's Advocate? If not, we can just discuss why we chose G.I. Joe 21.
I mean, I'll take that Surfer in terms of, I think it's just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, that everything that went down with how the shows went in terms of what bad. It was an example of what bad media can do for comic books. In terms
bad
of
speculating.
It is, but was it really speculating, or was it just people putting out bad rumors? Because personally, I think I've talked about this before. I don't think the way that Disney got all the Fox stuff, they did not do Hellstorm. They did Hellstrom because they don't want anything to do with the devil, basically. So Mephisto seemed like a far shot in terms of what Disney is comfortable with putting out there.
Isn't Disney devil worshippers anyway? The family, the Disney family.
Well, they are very rich, so you can say whatever you want.
Oh, okay, good.
You know,
good.
I don't know. I mean, it is also a book that, you know, in a 4.0, sure, that book will hold value, I think, for a really long time. Both these books, I think, will. I think the G.I. Joe has come up a lot more recently in value. It's just become more of a book that's been sought after, and really in a 9.6 is pretty crazy right now to get a. If you ever look at these books in person, they're very hard to find and really high grade like this. The Surfers, it's a square bound. It's always going to be a little bit of a suspect, you know, binding condition. So 4.0, I think you're happy with it. I can't imagine paying $400 for a 4.0, but that's where the market puts it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a couple hundred discount from CGC, I think, about where 4.0s are going for. You know, I'm actually waiting for a Silver Surfer 3 to come back from CBCS. But I think we are. I mean, this is awkward to bring up with all the failed spec on it or rumors, but I actually think that Memphis still might be in the cards as Disney starts moving more of its horror angle. But I don't think the prices have come down since the hype. That's what's weird, is that like the Silver Surfer 3, and that is I will say Silver Surfer 3 is, everyone loves 4. Obviously, it's an iconic cover. 3 is one of my all-time favorite covers, so I love that book. I just think price is already baked in, and I think you can get better copies out there. I agree. G.I. Joe 21 is hard to find in high grade. It's a dark cover. It's got ticks. And it was a very popular book with kids, right? So we read them, we folded them. There's just not as many out there in higher grade.
I like all that. I like the terminology too that we don't use in comics much. Is the price is already baked in, meaning people are already speculating on it. Here's the speculation price. Do you want to buy at this price, knowing that maybe this is where the price is when something actually happens with it?
Yeah.
You know, in all reality, Mephisto is a key character, right? So the book was probably undervalued to begin with. And, you know, I remember like the fury when everybody was just like the FOMO with trying to pick up Mephisto, and like, and I'm watching WandaVision, and I said, there ain't no way this motherfucker's coming out in this show. It's just like, no way. Like, if you're gonna see Mephisto, you're gonna see him in Doctor Strange. That's where you're gonna see him. You're not gonna see him in a WandaVision. Like, and like I didn't buy into it, you know, and I was just like, there's no fucking way. The G.I. Joe, that is like borderline iconic. You know, it's a great story. There was no words put in the book, you know, and its first appearance of Storm Shadow, and I mean, but man, they fucking shit the bed on the Snake Eyes movie. How do you get that wrong,
so bad.
dude?
So
How do you
bad.
get that wrong? Like you've got so many templates laid out for you on how to do this character, you know, like watch a cartoon, read a comic book, bro. Like, bro, it's like we got the same person that did that is doing Boba Fett, bro. Come on. No helmet. What the fuck's going on here, man?
What's going? Boba Fett risked his life to get his gear back, only to keep that fucking helmet off.
No
Stop
shit.
Stop it.
Bro, the same director
I thought you were
probably
talking
from the
about
Snake
Snake
Eyes
Eyes.
movie, man.
But it's true for
Snake
both
Eyes.
situations.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
You
why
don't know.
they're talking about
You don't know what
Snake
Snake Eyes looks like, except in
Why
that
is
movie.
Why
Yeah.
is Snake Eyes Snake Eyes? Why is the silent issue the iconic issue? You're talking about a guy you never see his face, you never hear him. It's the silent assassin. It was that super cool costume. and then they built the first thing they did is give us him out of the gear in the movie. Like, what? It destroys the cool instantly.
You got to protect the lore. Like that's like if they were going to do the black suit Spidey, but they decided to do it orange, like this is our take on the book.
Don't give Donnie Cates any ideas.
Yeah, this is our take. The symbiote is now orange.
Look at this.
Don't bring up Donnie Cates, bro.
What's funny about this is we're everybody's saying that both of these are like failed speculation, and yet the prices have held or gone up. It just tells you where the market is for books that actually matter to collectors, I would say.
Well, that's
because the speculation part is over.
Right.
Well, yeah, because I remember before, I guess, right as I was getting more aggressive into comics, I was like, all right, I'm going to pick up my first appearance of Storm Shadow at a 9.6 for $200. And then I just kept on pushing it off, and I never did. And then all of a sudden, the announcement of the movie being made launched the price up, of course. And then, as we were leading up to the movie, I think it got 9.6s itself went up to like, what was it, $600, $800 for CC or something like that. I'm sure it's been, 9.8s and stuff like that have been on the market report. So you can, check out clips of that or like previous episodes where you can see what the prices were at the height before the movie, right?
Is the spec dead on Mephisto? Like if they get an A-lister and that actor just goes bananas and does like a Heath Ledger like performance, is the spec dead or are we buying right back into this shit?
They don't typically go full like A-level actors for most roles. They would get like somebody that was like in high school today, and they're gonna sign them, and they're gonna be in a movie in 5 years, and they're gonna be amazing.
Aren't we getting Christian Bale as Gore though?
That's true.
And we're
True, which is odd, super odd. Good, very good.
Hell
point.
no,
very good
it ain't odd, dude. Have you read?
But don't you think he has to die? Don't you think he has to die in the movie?
Yeah, there could be a part 2.
He has to die.
I'm just talking about I think the casting. I agree.
You're absolutely right about that.
I agree. You're talking about with Marvel casting of heroes they want to introduce now and then bring around for the next decade. But as far as high-profile characters, villains, etc., the star power is growing. Right? Look what we're getting in Moon Knight, Oscar Isaac and Ethan Hawke. Like, I think the star power is rising on
Ethan
that kind
Hawke,
of stuff.
who said he would never be in a Marvel
well, the paycheck's good.
Movie. Yeah, exactly.
But you were saying is the spec. I guess what I'm saying is, look, spec or no spec, I think you're right. I forget who said it earlier. Like, Silver Surfer 3 is probably an underpriced book for a really long time. I mean, first of all, it's Silver Surfer 3, right? So it's that by itself. It's first Mephisto, major character, and it's a gorgeous cover. So I think it's a great book. I really like the book. I don't think it needs the spec necessarily to drive it, and I'm not sure if we'd get a spec spike. I think it's, like I said, I think it's there already. It's just it's a good, nice hold.
All right, and let's see what the audience thinks. So we have 51% chose the Silver Surfer number 3 out of 4.0, and 48% chose G.I. Joe CBCS 9.6.
Damn.
Yep.
Well, they got it wrong.
Coin flip.
All right.
We gotta listen to what the people want. I think that's what they'd be missing.
How about a Incredible Hulk 180 CBCS 3.5 with off-white to white pages that sold for $675 versus a Spider-Man 300 newsstand 7.5 for $650.
Yeah, that's the first appearance of the Wolverine. Hell yeah, I'm going. Yeah.
All right. Hold up your signs in 3, 2, 1. Ooh, let's go with Dan and Red Hood.
Good, man.
Yeah, guess first.
Okay. Yeah. So I think obviously great disparity here, significant. I'm Team 180 in general, but I kind of cover the people who love their Venom, and going to continue to incorporate him in. Symbiotes are an ever-growing thing. Love him or hate him. Got the newsstand there, which is certainly the flavor these days. I also wonder, you'd probably know better than I, but I feel like if I'm already in the 7.5 range, if I'm looking at a chance to bump, that's going to probably maybe give me a little bit more room to get into loftier prices than what bump I might be able to get out of a 3.5. I don't know. So yeah.
So my pick honestly is the Amazing Spider-Man, but I just wanted to start some shit and but so like if I got to pick the 180, I'm saying that's the first appearance of Wolverine. And Wolverine is a big time character, and who knows how they'll bring him back, if they do Hugh Jackman or they bring in a new character, or they do the Ultimate Wolverine, which is an option, right? So I just think that the same thing you would say about a 7.5. Can you crack it open and give it a chance for at least an 8.0? I would say the same thing about a 3.5. You could at least get it to a 4.5. That's just my mentality. But they're both important books, right? It's not so
Happy
much
to
key,
either.
because there's a shitload of key books, right?
Yeah.
That's the first appearance of her mother in the bathroom. You know what I mean? And we say that's a key, or this person meets another person, or it's the origin. Those are keys. These books, these are important books, and these books are the benchmark, and this is what's driving the hobby. So either one of these books, like, you should be very happy to have. And is there an option for a grade bump? Absolutely. So there is no right or wrong. If you love Spider-Man, get that book. If you love the Wolverine and the Hulk, get that book. There is no right or wrong on this. They're both important books.
I will say I am surprised by the grade differential. I don't watch the Wolverine much anymore because it's skyrocketed so much, and I got my copies are securely in the PC. But Spider-Man 300 I do kind of watch because I feel like it's still a book that people undervalue at times, whereas Hulk people just are like through the roof, like, oh, you want this, you'll pay whatever I'm asking, whereas Spider-Man 300 seems like I'm not really sure what this goes for, because if it's a 9.8, it's $2 million, and if it's a 8.0, it's 200. So
yeah, people try and water it down, and then they say there's 20 million copies graded and whatever,
right, exactly.
And I'm just like, does that, like, I don't know how many copies are graded. What, 20,000, right?
For
Right.
for just CGC.
For just CGC, right? But like, how many comic book collectors are there? There's more than 30,000 comic book collectors, right? So somebody doesn't have this fucking book, right? So
Absolutely.
that makes it a thing, but we try and water it down to bring the price down. So why? So that we can buy it? You know what I mean? Like, don't shit on
a good price.
Right. I never look at how many they printed. I don't care. If I've got a 9.8 and they printed 100,000 copies, I still got a fucking 9.8. Like, nobody should shit on somebody's book because allegedly the print run is a lot. I mean, I don't even trust print runs. They say it's a low print run, but then you book after book on eBay. I said, man, I thought this was a low print run. I see a shitload of them on eBay. So I don't even know what to believe. So
books of this age, the print run is irrelevant because the demand has already been proven, and the supply does not meet the demand, meaning these are priced at the price they are because people are willing to pay that because
That's a great point.
The demand does not mean, and that's why Spawn 1 is $20 all day, if not more. Even though I remember going to the store and picking up a handful of them and buying them, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to sell these." You know, back in the day, I actually went to the store twice in the same day to buy Spawn 1 because I thought it was like, this is so cool. I'm going to buy these and I'm going to resell them, not knowing,
it's going to be 30 years later, 20 years later.
Yeah, not knowing it was going to be how many years later, and I would actually appreciate when I should have been buying Hulk 180 and Spider-Man 300. Just give me one for the stack of Spawns I bought. But you're right. Like everybody wants these. The supply does not equal the demand. So I don't think you're going wrong on either. Personally, I'm probably going for the Spider-Man. I do agree that 180 is the first Wolverine. Grade just too low for me. 3.5. I mean, I'm finding that at a garage sale. Unless Mercenot gets there first.
Yeah.
As far as the Spidey 300, I can't get past a near modern book being in a 7.5. I can't do it. It's like a later copper / early modern. It's too recent for it to be a 7.5.
It's like if you got a book off the shelf today and you got a 9.6, you're like, no, can't do it.
It was 34 years ago now.
Wow.
Like we talk, you know what I mean? Like modern, all the other comic ages last like a minute. Modern has lasted for like almost 4 decades.
So out of these 2 books, I've never had a 180, but I used to have a 300, and I've recently sold my copy. I had a 6.0 restored, signed by Stan Lee and Todd McFarlane, and gold label, or Laker color label. So it ended up selling for $800.
Damn.
Which I was kind of shocked that like it sold for that much.
What did you say that Stan Lee and McFarlane restored the book?
I guess so. I have no idea, but like, I mean, it was like my lesson learned of buying books online and stuff like that, to ask for more pictures, that kind of stuff. Because the person that sold it to me was like, "Oh, this is a very fine year mint," and I was like, "Okay." And then when I reviewed the pictures again, like he didn't show like the bottom right corner, which had a huge bin fold over. And then I had to rush it off for the signings and stuff like that I didn't get a chance to like really inspect the book. Like I had it just in time to mail out. Yeah. And then, but even by the time I got it in hand, I was like, well, I don't have. I mean, I'm sure I had other books I could have sent, but that was like probably like one of the biggest keys I had to send for both of them to sign, right? And I was like, I don't know what else to send them. And I was like, my mind was set on that. And, but yeah, I was happy that it sold. And then, to see a 7.5 sell for $650, I was like, kind of like, okay. I was like, I guess that's about right. Like with the signatures and the restoration. But it was just like a slight color touch. And then, I guess CCS or whatever could maybe do the restoration removal. But I had so much money invested into that book, I didn't want to put any more into it to like take it down even more. Just
like CCS, the restoration removal, all they do is just crack open the slab and then just say they got rid of it. And just slab it and give it a low take it down to a 7. We got it off.
Reckless.
We got it off. Just get a little paper towel.
Yeah. Reckless.
We got rid of that touch.
We have to play the disclaimer now. Nothing said on this podcast represents the views
of the entire Flipside. Yeah.
I mean, they know I got a problem with them.
Because they're competition for you, right? But anyways, yeah, I mean, but to maintain that yellow label and all that stuff, that's the only way to do it, right? But anyways, let's go ahead and see what the audience thinks. It looks like 56% chose the Hulk 180 over the ASM 300. And what do we have next? How about the Infinity Gauntlet, number 1, CBCS 9.8 newsstand that sold for $750, versus
I just picked up one.
Uncanny X-Men 266 CBCS 9.8 that sold for $749.
That seems easy. Oh,
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I gotta ask Hood. You
Hey.
just picked the same one up? You got the newsstand?
Huh?
Do I
You
have
got-
what?
You got
Oh,
the
I didn't get.
newsstand
Well, I've got a
gauntlet?
newsstand, but I just picked this one up today.
Oh, okay.
I've got a bunch of these. This is
Thought
one
you
of my
were the
favorite
buyer.
books.
Thought you were the buyer.
No,
That seems in your
no.
price range.
No.
All right.
Quit picking on me, dude.
Hold up your signs in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, is Magic Mike still going to be
one dissenter.
the Gambit? Magic.
Oh,
That's a good question.
Channing Tatum.
No,
And Doctor Strange, yeah, he's gonna do it.
All right. Let's go
who
with
isn't
doubt
gonna be
it.
Doctor Strange?
let's
I'm
go
gonna be in
with
Doctor Strange.
let's go with Red Hood and Sleepy.
So yeah, I get the idea of getting that Infinity Gauntlet newsstand in 9A. That's probably pretty hard to come by. The 266 direct versus newsstand, not as hard, but still get a premium for the newsstand. This is direct. I mean, all day. I mean, Infinity Gauntlet's done. I think you only get that just for a PC, and that's only what's available. Gambit, still a lot of pop left in him, and a lot of potential. And long term, I think it is the better one.
So, like, I did my whole spiel on important books, right? Like, the Infinity Gauntlet is a important book. I mean, we just went on a 10-year ride with Marvel. And yes, with the
It was-
Infinity Saga, right?
MCU does not adapt comic books; they adapt ideas from comics.
Well,
people
it's
were
still
missing.
important.
Half
I
the
didn't,
people were missing.
like
Where
most
was
of the
Death
media,
at? Death
like
wasn't
most.
even in it. She
No,
was like
well, like
one of the best
hold on.
people in Infinity
Let
Gauntlet.
me let me finish my point. So, like most of the stuff adapted from books or comic books are never verbatim, right? And I totally agree. It was an idea, but it's still an important book, right? So, and I get the fact that you're going to have Gambit is still in play. You know, you get a great actor in there. He's still in play. Everybody loves X-Men. But like for me, like getting a newsstand Infinity Gauntlet, I mean, that's a tough book, man. They're tough to find in high grade, man. So but
I get
like
that. I think that's what it is. Totally, it's that newsstand. Try and find one. Find one.
I mean, I wonder how many are on the census. It can't be much.
Right. I'm not going to dig through CBCS's census right now, just because I didn't prepare well enough for that. But I don't see the Infinity Gauntlet being a bad play either. Simply for the fact that you have a CBCS 98, and then you have George Perez also doing his we might as well say his final signing, right? For books and everything.
See, that makes sense if that book was bought.
Good
right
point.
in December.
Very good point. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it's not to say though that I don't see the potential for 266 to climb even more as we get more mutants introduced into the MCU at some point, because a lot of us are expecting Rogue, Gambit, whoever else part of the X-Men to join. So I think both books, it depends on this. I figured some of this was more of what do you collect, right?
I think that's a really astute statement. If you're a newsstand collector, getting that book, which is, I agree, an important book, in a newsstand at that grade is going to be really, really tough. The run for that book ahead of it is just way, way, way lower, in my opinion, than 266. 266 is a character who's alive in our world and has room to grow and stories to tell for decades to come. And Infinity Gauntlet's done. I'm not even just talking MCU; it's done, comic done, right?
So George Perez's autograph on that 9/8 newsstand, what does that take that value?
Triple 4 times. I don't know.
Yeah.
What color ink is he gonna use? Is that
I've seen him with silver right on the glove. Looks pretty badass.
Okay.
Yeah, or signing in the trade where it says Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, on the trade part. Yeah, agreed.
I
Yeah.
came across, I think, at least 2 copies of Infinity Gauntlet newsstand for $10 a piece. I didn't care.
Oh my goodness.
I was like,
You are ruthless though.
I saw him.
You're like, here's how he negotiates. I give you $1. And then they go, hold on, let me look these up. Wait, these are worth $100.
I feel like that story is like halfway true.
I bet it's all true, man.
Totally. I do think, yeah, I agree. Like in terms of the newsstand collector, I mean, I've sold comics to people on eBay. Their screen, their handle has newsstand in it, like newsstand collector, etc. 1278 or whatever. I mean, that is a true niche market, much like we're seeing with foreigns now. That's just what people buy. So I could totally see a newsstand collector buying this thing and then sending it off to get signed by Perez, and that'll stay in their collection forever, more than likely.
Yeah. All right. We have a question from the audience. How does Mercer not always find books for dollar store prices?
It's because I'm dedicated.
Yeah.
So,
Well, as you're
That's awesome,
zigging,
dude.
as you're zigging, he's zagging.
Dude, it just came out real quick because I'm dedicated.
Hey, the game's been good to me.
That's awesome, dude.
this guy will have visited 3 stores by the time I visited one. One time I was let's say 5 hours away from my house, and I was there on work, and there was a shop that was nearby that I wanted to go to, and I said, let me stop by the shop. I heard some good stuff. You know who I heard it from was Ben Stein. So I go in there, and I'm looking at the new wall books, and they got like tall racks, like I can't see over it. And I turn the corner, and he's freaking standing there on a Thursday afternoon. Mind you, like I'm there for work, and I'm like trying to sneak out, like look at some comics on lunch. And I turn the corner, I go, are you fucking kidding me? This dude, we live, 5 hours from here, and I go into a store and he's standing there.
It's random.
Random as
You will
heck.
catch me random.
Yeah.
I could just imagine Mercer not. Yeah, I already went through everything. You're not going to like anything back over
Oh,
there.
you
No,
know what? He did
found
go. He did go through stuff. I see how he goes through stuff, and I'll go behind him any day. He'll pick out some good stuff. That's the thing with comics. I mean, we can put me up against anybody. We know different comics any day of the week. In terms
Right.
of stuff that we like, or we know that other people like, whatever it be, and things that hold value for different reasons. But we do live in a great area too. I get asked all the time, like, why do people sell things so cheap in your area? I'm like, they're not selling cheap. They're just selling them. That's what they sell for. So,
Oh, those people must be stupid. They're like,
Yeah,
no, they're
exactly.
they're businessmen.
Yeah, they're
They're
just trying to turn their inventory.
They're staying liquid.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
or they want you to come back because, it's like, oh, let's see what else we can find there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
100%.
Merson is traveling 5 hours away from wherever he lives. Like,
That's what I say all the time, Aaron, is like, would you rather sell a book that came out yesterday for cover price to somebody when it's worth $10, have them come back, twice a month, every week, whatever, because they can buy something there and make a few bucks off it, support their hobby, and the dealer, yeah, they could sell it on eBay, whatever, but it's not worth it.
Right.
Yeah, get them in your store. You can sell them the long boxes. You can sell them bags and boards. You can sell them, get them to set up a pool box. Yeah, I mean
You
that's
know
how
a store that has bags and boards right now? I need the name of it.
really.
Man,
I
so
got
hard
it
to
over
find.
here,
Hey, I'll,
What do you-
I'll give you the
supply
name.
chain everywhere, man.
bro. We got
It's
bags and
crazy
boards
now.
where I'm at. You need bags and boards.
No. I mean, you can find them, but usually you can't find bags and boards of modern and silver.
Oh, okay. I
You
got
know, at the
Yeah.
same store.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, where they have one or the other.
They
and
have
not
one
both.
or the other. They got
And then,
Dude, Aaron
then-
bought a back issue and they took the comic out of the bag and board. And sorry, we need our bags and boards.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, are you serious?
yeah, like
The
seriously,
supply
like
chain is really it's getting
Oh,
ugly. I'm looking into buying cases.
well,
I know,
the-
right?
but the weird part,
But it's like a big weight on if you were to buy a pallet, even it's a big weight on that.
Mm.
but it was weird too because I had just bought like in the same purchase, I was buying 100 bags and 100 boards.
Wow,
Like it didn't make sense to me.
That's
Like
all
I
right.
was,
that's lame.
I was just like kind of like, can I open this now? And
Aaron, you
But
should have offered them the PGX case. You can use this.
well, I think someone at the store listens to this podcast because then they stop doing that.
Yeah,
Look, I know.
you should tell them. You should tell them to go fuck themselves, man.
Listen, I know a store that's using brand new bags and boards on dollar books.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Why? You're losing money.
My LC has
Yeah.
bags everything
Mercedes laughing.
and doesn't board them and tapes them,
Mm.
which is like a true waste. Because then, first of all, you have to try to open that up without injuring the book in any way, and then rebag and board. And what are you doing with that loose bag that's already been used?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I did.
Well,
That's why.
makes
That's
no
the only
sense.
reason I buy modern boards, because some places by me do that. So I'll keep the bag and throw a board in there,
Mm.
but I don't buy.
So stack
I like. I'm a Silver Age guy.
Yeah, there's a shop near my work where they do that exact same thing. They bag everything, but they don't board anything. And the only time I ever stop in there is like it's lunch on a Wednesday, and I'm trying to pick up the Hot Wednesday book that my shop probably sold out of, or I didn't put on my pull list, or somewhere else I can't stop at beforehand. So I'll stop there for lunch. Or instead of taking lunch, I'll stop there and try to pick up a book. But
I feel like those places have better back issues a lot of times, but
I
that's just
do
my
find
personal experience.
I do find some gems in there because they have long boxes on the ground that people don't look through, and so I love going through there, and it's like kind of like, oh, what can I find? And it's just like kind of like, yes, but yeah, but at the same time, it's not boarded, and then like tons of other people have done the same thing, and so like it's like I'm probably
all
not going to
bent.
grade. Yeah, I'm probably not going to grade any of these books here.
Dude, when I start digging and I start finding heat, I'm the most paranoid son of a bitch in the store, man. I'm like turning the books over so that nobody can see what I'm getting. And I'm just like looking behind me and seeing if anybody I know is going to come over and like try and like fuck up my mojo.
I love
then,
watching.
And then little kids will come over, Mom, and they just start I just like, bro, I just feel like telling them, can you get your fucking kid out of here, man?
You're hot at the table. You don't want a cooler standing next to you.
No shit, dude. It feels like
Yeah.
Vegas sometimes, man.
I loved watching Mercenaut's transformation from. I got to doing that exact same thing. Found something hot, gotta put it down. Then, like for a while, he was going, "No, I take those out and I flip them face side up. See what I found." It's like, this is me. You didn't find this.
I used to do that. Now I just flip them. I flip them.
You're back to face down again.
Face
Oh,
down,
yeah.
baby.
Oh yeah, I don't play around.
No, because if somebody sees what you're pulling, then they'll put it together and maybe look for the other title that may pair up with that. Does that make sense?
Mm.
You
I ain't
know,
mad if
like,
somebody's gonna get
he's
something over me.
pulling that. I'm gonna go like check over here for that. You know?
Sure. Let it heat up. Then I'll go find them elsewhere. I'm not
Sure.
mad.
Let's see what the audience thinks. 72% chose the X-Men 266.
Yeah.
So that leaves like a weird 28% or 27%. However, like YouTube does their polls for whatever reason. But how about Something is Killing the Children #1 6 print CBCS 9.8 that sold for $1,100 versus a Werewolf by Night 32 CBCS 3.5 that sold for $1,101.
Damn. Damn.
I will say the Werewolf by Night 32 did sell before the trailer dropped. All right.
What trailers? The Werewolf by Night show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The
There's no
trailer
werewolves in
dropped.
there and everything.
Well, there is actually, yeah, but there wasn't a trailer. Okay.
But for Moon Knight.
For Moon Knight, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Hold up your signs in 3, 2, 1.
Oh man.
Ooh. All right. Red Hood.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That's a sweet.
Sorry.
You know what? Fuck
Oh,
it.
here we go.
Ooh.
Let's do it. Let's
Fuck
do
it.
it.
I
Let's
don't
do
care.
it.
I don't
Let's-
care. I don't
let's go.
care. Fuck it.
Let's go with
Fuck.
Carter. Let's go with Carter and our guest Dan.
I don't care. I don't care.
All right, I'll jump in. So when you first flashed it up, I thought it was going to be hard, and then it wasn't. First of all, major star playing Moon Knight. The trailer looked good, and am I correct in this? Marvel's putting Hickman on Moon Knight now. So
I don't know if that's official, but yeah, I did see something about
that's
that.
what I'm hearing. They are really going in on raising the profile of Moon Knight, which I'm shocked at, but they are clearly doing it. And I love Something's Killing Children. I'm all in on it. That said, there are a lot of different ways that could lose heat. So it's a nice book and everything like that. You're already paying at a premium. Give me first Moon Knight, and it's both short and long.
I don't disagree with any of that. I just I don't know. I don't have that 6 print, and I kind of wouldn't mind having it. And a 3.5 Werewolf by Night 32. Man, for well over $1,000 for a
I think
sub.
it's gonna look cheap soon.
A sub VG. I just pressed a copy. That if I thought for a second it would come back at a 3.5, I wouldn't have pressed it. Nah, I don't know. I just can't do that because the reason why is because I passed up a VG copy for like $400, but this was like a year ago, and that's the only reason why I'm not paying $1,000 now. So I'll pay a premium on like the hot modern, book from within the past 3 years. I'll do that. I'll be on that bullshit.
What, as someone that's on the channel that's a huge, Something is Killing the Children fan, the 6th print was actually my first copy of issue #1. And that actually graded out to be a 9.8. And then I got a second copy that I knew that wasn't going to be anywhere close to a 9. That, shout out to Red Hood that pressed it up and got it up to an 8.0, 8.5 or something like that. But I mean, you should have seen the bend on the back, that back cover. Like it was bad. I was like, I don't even know if I should grade this. Like, should I just sell it raw? Like I seriously thought about it. And it's actually this price right here. It's pretty recent. It's even higher than the 1A cover currently. I forgot, someone put out an article not too long ago, saying that they estimate the print run for the 6th print to be like 882 copies. So I'm guessing that's like units sold through Diamond or whatever. Would be my assumption of where they got that.
Ross Ritchie released a lot of what the print numbers were for the lowest printed books.
Right. But I don't think this book ever made the list.
Didn't make it. It was it was above the 10 or whatever that he
Yeah.
gave the numbers for.
I think he like put out like what 5 of the books or whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think the only like later printing that made that list was the what issue was it?
Probably like
Issue 4 second print, I
Yeah.
think. So not the bathtub one, but the one after that. So I think it was issue 4 second print that made that list.
So 6, it went to 7, and then 8th print was that one that they did
With Berserker.
2 years later or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that they did with Berserker. 7th
Yeah.
print was the foil 1A.
Oh, it was a free comic book day?
The local comic shop day.
Local comic shop day, yeah. So
Yeah.
this was the last real printing before they started doing the promo reprints.
Correct.
I think there's some value in that.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Usually it trails off, like it'll start trailing off, then it spikes again once retailers know that people are buying the later printings. Is this going to be the last one? Is this going to be the last one? Is this going to be,
Yeah.
Okay.
But the 5th print I think has like a little over 1,000 is what they estimate.
It seems like a lot for a boom.
Yeah.
You can get a Werewolf by Night, a 6.5 for 2,800. Like, to me, that's too much. Like, you can spend double that and
Different
get
pocketbooks, though. I mean,
I can't do it. That's
you're talking nearly 3 times, nearly. Maybe I got a couple bucks. I mean, this was.
If you got a grand for that.
Look at that day that actually sold that werewolf.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
That's crazy. Christmas Day. Why would you end an auction on Christmas Day?
Oh, it's
That's the 28th.
The 28th.
Oh, is it? Oh, it looks like 25th to me.
Same difference, man. Same
yeah.
difference.
It's just like within that time period of the holidays, like
Yeah.
I mean, who's really like buying comics during that time? I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe try to like scoop up some Christmas money. Maybe that was the thought, or like,
I think that's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, or like, hey, I bought too many presents this year. I gotta sell it. I don't know.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
You can come up with an excuse for any reason to sell or not sell any time of the year now.
All right, let's go ahead and end the poll. And it looks like we have a 80% choosing the Werewolf by Night 32. And let's see. And for our last comparison, I know Carter brought this up on the flagship show.
Wow.
So I figured, why not make it official? And actually, Shortbox actually had this comparison as well on Instagram and in their Discord. So I want to give a shout out to them for, I asked their admin, Crow. I think he's like one of the co-owners of Shortbox, if I could throw this up on the show. And he said, go for it. So how about an Action Comics #1 6.0 that sold for $3.1 million versus a Mike Zeck Secret Wars 8 story page 25 for $3.3 million. Sleepy's just like done. He's like, my friend bought one of those actually.
Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right.
3, 2, 1. All right, cool.
Not everybody's crazy.
All right.
I'll say this: the original art market has been undervalued for a long time, and I like to see it coming on. But that's really coming on.
What if
All
the
right.
same guy owns both of them?
Sleepy, which one are you picking? Just out of curiosity.
Man, like you just said, the original art market is going crazy right now. Personally, like if it was for my PC, I'd rather have the Action. But if I'm going to sell it, I don't know. I mean, I feel like the original art was probably pumped somehow. I'm going with the Action.
So
if that were the cover, to
Right.
Secret Wars 8.
That's what
that would
doesn't
Yeah.
make
more
sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's to me,
It's still the page, you know.
yeah. But you
But
know
you
that
see it on the
cover.
cover, but you see it on the cover. You don't even have to open the book. to know
Yeah.
what happened.
That's true. That's true.
I mean,
I mean,
like,
whatever. It's Action Comics 1 from 30. I mean,
man, if I had a 6.0 action, man, I'd be talking some shit. You'd be seeing that on my IG every fucking day.
right.
Right? I'd be posting it with some new TikTok, new music and all that. But you'd be seeing it every day.
Be all your content. It would just
Right.
be-
Just me. My name would be Red Action Hood.
We're gonna see, Red Hood with the Logan Paul chain with Action One comic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly.
Like the
He's got it
Flavor
in a
Flav,
case
like,
around his neck.
yeah,
Right.
Flavor Flav size like Action One comic slab. Like, I'm just waiting for someone in comics to do that. Like,
The,
You
the
should
six
start that
looks
trend.
pretty good, you know? I
um,
mean, Jesus Christ, man.
After the
it-
Pokemon debacle, you got to
Right.
go to comics, right?
yeah.
Start wearing that around.
With the
Wow.
Rocket copy, is that like a file copy that like a publisher had or something like that? Does anyone know on the panel?
I would assume, unless that means it's unless it's pedigree, I would assume Rocket is some type of file copy. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's out of my wheelhouse. It's not
Is it
something that I
just-
would know about.
Is it just me or does Spider-Man his legs are too spread apart for my liking? It looks like he's getting ready to do a dance number.
His legs look beefy for Petey Parker.
Yeah.
He ain't no
Hey.
Tom Holland, Petey.
Hey, dude, that symbiote, had some juice in it, dude.
True.
Had some deer antler fluid in there. And some androstenedione, like the shit McGuire would inject in himself, bro.
The
Off the
I just did a
top
quick
ropes.
Google search. The Rocket copy is a pedigree thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was found from a young collector who had like a rocket sticker or something like that he used on his collection, and so that's how it became.
Oh, is that on the right side there? Next to Action Comics,
Yeah.
Yeah.
blasting off. Yeah.
Yeah, I just noticed that in the title as well. So I was
You're right.
like,
I became smarter today.
sweet.
Power
glad
of
my-
Google.
I'm glad something that I presented to the panel educated.
Oh, it wasn't
the-
because of you, Aaron. Thank you. Though.
Okay. But yeah, that was the last comparison I had. Sorry I didn't make a poll about it. But yeah, where can we catch everyone next?
I should be doing a haul video tomorrow morning. I should.
Okay.
And catch me on IG where I'm fattening it up, everybody.
Yeah, if you pop on YouTube and just search Fresh Take Comics, I'll pop up. You can follow us. Just did a Moon Knight rapid reaction, and we'll have regular content coming in February. Or hit me up on Twitter, _.
You did a rapid reaction? Like, what was your reaction?
We watched it in real time and then talked about it a little bit. I mean, I thought it looked pretty good. I thought it was actually much more cinematic than the
Right.
TV shows have looked up until this point.
Right?
So I
It
thought
had
that was
that,
really interesting. It had a much
Yeah.
more movie feel. So I was pretty hyped for it. And also thought the most important thing, and I don't know the answer to this, is how is Marvel going to handle their more violent characters in the Disney Plus format? And Moon Knight, I think, is maybe a bridge to like our Wolverines and our Deadpools and our Punishers, etc. So I'm curious to see, but they definitely hinted at it. Let's see where it goes.
I'm tired of like people saying that Disney needs to like, tone it down and like, bro, like Disney put out Pretty Woman and like she played a hooker and like she went down on Richard Gere, bro. So like let these keep the content the way it's supposed to be. If they're supposed to be violent, like let them be violent, dude. Like I don't understand. Like, and they want to change the Punisher's logo, and you can't say Slave One. And what are we doing here, man?
They definitely,
Just saying.
No,
Hashtag just saying.
Right. I might disagree on Slave One, but I think with the violent stuff, what's interesting to me, and this is like this is great that we're talking about. This is the kind of stuff I want to talk about on my channel. But you can see they're slowly moving the goalposts, right? Like in Falcon and Winter Soldier, that the shield smashing the guy and the blood on the shield, right? That was pretty cool. I didn't love that series, but that was a cool moment. That's definitely them like trying to see how far they can make, push the envelope. And so,
dude, I went and hit somebody after I saw it, dude. Like, it was great.
So we'll see. We'll see.
I'm just playing.
Well, let's see. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I will chat with Dan after this and get the link and put it in the description so you can subscribe to his channel as well. And then what else? Tomorrow night we won't be back with the Modern Playbook. We'll be celebrating Dollar's birthday tomorrow. I believe he's turning 35 is what I've been told. But anyways, we're going to be introducing our first sports card show.
Nobody celebrated my birthday.
You know what? You didn't tell us when your birthday was.
Bullshit, dude. Whatever, man.
I watched Pretty Woman on your birthday.
Still a great movie, Mama.
I thought we celebrated your birthday in Baltimore, right?
No.
But anyways, yeah. So we'll catch you on the flip side.
Thanks for having me on.